let's step aboard. Welcome aboard, guys. Welcome back to the Chillaxin life. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 things I really like about the Monterey and the 3 things I'd like to change. Join me on this journey. Okay guys, the first thing I absolutely love about this boat is the cockpit space. It's really generous. You come through the rear onto the swim platform there, ample space through the rear door, and you've got this lovely seating arrangement here. The back seat, like I said, folds down or comes out and does the table if you want more room if you're going fishing, but you can sit here at anchor or at a mooring and just enjoy your meal and drinks in peace and tranquility. As you come round, we've got the wet bar area here. Again, just absolutely love this. It's well kitted out, full featured sink, wine cooler, and then your refrigeration esky space here. And then you've got your companion seat or the chaise lounge here. Again, great for relaxing. And then onto the helm seat, which doubles down into a daybed. And I've put that in my full tour video so you can see that in that one, how this collapses down. And it's again a great space to relax for the day or a good night's sleep if you're at anchor or in the mooring. So the second thing I love about this boat is the cabin. Come with me as I explain why. So the second thing I love about this boat is the cabin space. As you can see, it's great for an 8-meter boat. For a family, more than enough. You've got this fantastic little diner area. Family can sit down, eat, enjoy a meal and a drink at anchor or at mooring and not have to worry if the weather's changed. A bit of storage around the edges as well. And of course, as I said in the full tour video that you can go back and see if you haven't seen it, this converts into a V-berth, which is really functional and useful. The other area that's really important, I guess, if you're looking at a weekend cruiser or something you can go away for a few nights on, is the facilities. So having a functional toilet is essential, really, if you've got a family, especially with young kids or whatever. This is more than enough for a weekend, long weekend, or a week or so away, Rottnest or up the river, either or. Having those facilities is an absolute game changer. And then obviously coming around to the galley, so this is a great spot to get your meals ready. You've got your microwave, you've got your hot plate, induction ceramic hot plate type thing, and your fully functional sink and your fridge. So yeah, you've got everything you need in terms of getting away and not worrying about, how are we going to do that? It's all covered. Let's look at the third thing. So the third thing I love about this boat is the ease of use, how I can single crew it. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's take it for a spin. Don't forget, vents on, 2 minutes for safety, guys. Let's get those lines undone and get her out. Okay, bow line off. That's it. And it's done. Let's go. Just effortless to actually use this boat. It's just so easy to control and maneuver. Single inboard, mere cruiser, like I said, just joy to drive. The Chillaxin life. So the first area of improvement possibly would be the fuel capacity. For Rottnest trips up and down the river, it's not an issue. I think if you were going a longer passage, beyond sort of Lancelin, Jury and heading up towards Geraldton for the Abrolhos Islands, you'd want more than 340 litres of petrol. We'll just pull alongside and get some fuel. Okay, here's the fuel dock and the pumps, so let's get some fuel. A lot of the marinas as you go up the coast cater for diesel fuel, not so much for petrol or gas for our American friends. So a fuel bladder would probably address that issue quite simply and cost effectively. So the second area would be the electrical capability of the boat. It's currently batteries are 2 AGM batteries. There's the batteries here, the 2 AGMs, so you've got one here, and the onshore power battery charger for those 2 AGMs. They're the two I was referring to, potentially swapping them out. So the AGMs are great they're fit for purpose, don't get me wrong, but I think if you're going to spend any longer than sort of 2, 3, 4 nights at anchor or a swing mooring, you may want to improve that to like one lithium battery as well, so you've got things to run an inverter, so you can have your coffee machine, a small air fryer or a panini press or something. Okay, so the third thing I'd probably look to address is the anchoring system. When I bought the boat, it had about 1.5 meters of 7mm chain. Because it's a US boat, the chain is 7mm, not 6 or 8mm that they have in Australia. And the rope was oversized, it was skipping on the windlass. So I've actually replaced the chain, the 1.5 meters of chain and rope, with all chain. So I've got 40 meters of 7mm chain. It doesn't skip on the windlass at all. It's absolutely fantastic. The other area is the anchor. So this current anchor is about 6 kilos in weight. Please drop a comment and your thoughts on if you think it should be larger, how much larger in the comments. I really appreciate what you suggest. I'm led to believe maybe 10 or 11 kilos, maybe even a 12 kilo anchor would hold it in most conditions, and that's what I'm kind of trying to strive to be, fully sufficient and not have to worry about things when you're out on the water. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in on the 3 things I love and the 3 things I would improve on the boat. Yeah, join me again for another adventure. Like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and if you've got any comments, I'd love to hear them, especially around things like the areas we've touched on today: anchor size, weight, chain length, things like that. Any improvements you've done to your boat, put them in there and let's share ideas. Until then, take care, stay safe. Thanks, bye.